Now let me introduce Kang's most famous figure paintings. The one on the left is a picture he painted in 1940 when he was 29 years old. The one on the right was painted in 1985 when he was 74 years old. At the same time, he also painted many historical pictures of the four beauties of Chinese in ancient times. For example, in the idiom of sinking fish, falling geese. Sinking fish means she sure is washing yarn on the riverbank. Owing to her breathtaking beauty, fish forgets how to swim and sinks to the deep water. Falling geese means the beauty Wang Zhaojun is ordered to marry to the king of Huns in Han Dynasty by the frame of the court painter. When she rides outside of the Great Wall, the wild goose in the sky forgets to flap its wings because seeing her extremely beauty. This is the painting of Wang Zhaojun is outside of the Great Wall. And her enlargement. There is also another idiom of Yan Shou, thin, Huan Fei, fat. Yan Shou means Empress Zhao Fei Yan of Emperor Chang of Han, owing to her slim figure and dancing so lightly, just like a flying swallow. So, she gets the name of a flying swallow in Chinese words of Fei Yan. This picture's name is Fei Yan Ling Feng, means Fei Yang's graceful dance. And her enlargement. Huan Fei means Yang Yu Huan, Tang Emperor Xianzong's concubine, also named Yang Gui Fei. She has a fat figure. Yan Thin Huan Fat means that women have different body shapes, but each has its own beauty. The following two pictures are all about Yang Yu Huan's story. This picture named Yu Huan picks up lychees. Lychee grows up in the southern provinces of China. Yang Yu Huan loves lychee when young. So, to pamper her, Tang Xianzong ordered his officials to take the Royal Road Express for delivering lychees from the south provinces of China to Chang'an, Tang's capital. The second picture named Gui Fei Zui Jiu means Yang Gui Fei was drunk. One day, Emperor Tang Xianzong invited Yang Gui Fei to set up a banquet at a pavilion, named Bai Hua Ting, means 100 Flowers Pavilion, in the next day, so that they would watch flowers and drinking together. But on the next day, the emperor didn't show up and switched to the other place. Yang Gui Fei waited the whole time, complained, and got drunk. Mei Lan Fang, a master of the Peking opera, interpreted fantastically a drunken Yang Fei or 100 Flowers Pavilion, this famous place several times based on the above story. Kang's father loved Western painting, studied photography, organized drama clubs, and published magazines. Therefore, Kang exerted a gradual influence on artistic fields when he was a child. I suspect that these elaborate drawings of beauties are probably inspired by scenes from Peking opera performances. In addition, if anyone wants to hear more historical stories, please leave a message to me in the comments. This maiden picture was painted in 1990. When Kang was on the Pacific coast of San Diego, he not only saw the spectacular seascapes and various birds and animals, but also saw countless beautiful bodies that rejuvenated and energetic. These inspired his innovative concepts, using airbrush technology, to express the extreme of creation, the natural beauty of the human body. You can see his finished product under Kang's name on YouTube. Let's look at Kang's life. Kang was a native of Ningbo, Zhejiang from 1911 to 2007. Owing to the plague, he became an orphan at the age of 7. Later, he went to the gold manufacture as an apprentice. He experienced countless hardships in reality. However, he still worked hard to educate himself and study the 3 sets of painting albums left by his father and grandfather. The painting book of the Mustard Seed Garden, the Chinese picture book of the 10 Bamboo Hall, and the book and painting of Dian Shi Zhai. When there was no money to buy books and paper, Kang drew on the ground with branches for practicing. He finally became an admirable painter just by self-taught. The picture on the left shows he had an exhibition in Shanghai when he was 19 years old. The one on the right shows he taught his granddaughter to write calligraphy. When Kang was 26 years old, in 1937, the anti-Japanese war started. He then retreated southwest from Shanghai. Along the way, he still sketched, passing through Guangzhou in Guangdong, Guilin and Guangxi, Liuzhou in Guangxi, and finally reached Kunming, Yunnan. In Kunming, he resided in the private garden of the Yunnan warlord Tang Jiyao. He then made more than 140 works and had an exhibition at the U.S. Military Club in Kunming. So that offered the highest spiritual enjoyment in wartime to the U.S. Flying Tigers pilots and military soldiers. He also presented 10 paintings to the Flying Tigers, which were shipped back to the United States later. He promoted the traditional Chinese art and culture as well as showed the friendship between China and U.S. After retiring and moving to San Diego, California, Kang still interacted with friends with the Flying Tigers. Both pictures shown here are from the time of his exhibition in Kunming in 1940. Kang visited Taiwan in 1947 for leisure. Civil War broke out then and Shanghai was in turbulent, so he decided to stay in Taiwan and practice his artistic skills. Later, a friend introduced him to reside in the Shilin Garden, where planted many beautiful orchids. He loved orchids a lot and that sparked his impulse to create. He spent all his money to buy an imported camera from West Germany, captured all wonderful moments of orchids, and studied carefully, finally resulted in an exhibition of 100 orchids in 1949. This is the picture from his exhibition. All the paintings were later collected by a collector. It is rumored that the collector to be Mrs. Chang, Song Mei Ling. In 1950, he held an exhibition at Zhongshan Hall in Taipei where he met with his future wife, Lin Ruaji, whose grandfather was Lin Shuzhuang, the well-known owner of the Lin family's garden. Kang later sold his 2 expensive German cameras for getting married and buying a house. Owing to his wife also a painter, they were teamed up with another 5 couple to establish the A 6 Couple Art Salon. They meet on the 6th of each month, the host prepares dinner, and collaborate a painting after dinner. Kang was a professor of fine arts at the Chinese Culture Institute, now Chinese Culture University, the chairman of the Chinese Painting Society, and a member of the Ministry of Education's Aesthetic Education Committee. He also joined 8 Friends Art Salon, Renyan Art Salon, as well as 6 Painting Society. In 1957, he was a representative of Taiwan's 100-member elite to the United States. He must be an artist who loves all his friends. This picture showed one of his 8-paneled coromandel screens that graced the presidential receiving halls and National Dr. Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall. Kang's works were deeply loved by President Chiang Kai-shek and his wife, Madam Chang, Song Mei Ling. In addition, his works, including the 8-paneled coromandel screens, would be collected immediately after making by many prestigious art collectors. His works have been presented to the Queen of Thailand, the Prime Minister of Japan, and the Governor of Hong Kong. This is a picture of a red-crowned crane that Kang gifted to California Governor Pete Wilson in 1990. In Kang's 80 self-preface, there is a very important method of drawing figures. Kang's experience in figure painting. Before drawing, you must consider thoroughly and carefully. You should not write each brushstroke in vain. The postures should always show graceful demeanors no matter walking, standing, sitting, or lying. Every motion, such as bending or lifting the head, or face to the front, or back to the viewer, all should fit the movements of physiology. You should draw the eyebrows and eyes vividly. The figure's expression should be elegant and graceful. After completing the above, you may design the background scenes now. However, the background should also be concise and clear as well as make the major figures stand out and should not steal the major characters' spotlights. Using the fine brushworks on the major figures and using the freehand brushworks on the background scenes, you need to pay attention to avoiding crude and rash. If you can draw the figure painting in a calm and relaxed manner, then you have fully controlled this craftsmanship of figures drawing. This is my experience on how to draw figures painting, after in-depth research for more than 5 to 6 decades. In addition, we need to thank Kang's 2 daughters and his granddaughter, who donated nearly 100 valuable art books owned by Kang. Among them, some albums were priced at about NT 800 to 1,500 yuan around the 1970s, and the per capita GDP at that time was only NT 15,000 yuan. That's 1/10 to 1/20th of a year's income. This indicates that these art books are very expensive. Of these, 65 have been donated to the San Diego Museum of Art, and the rest will be donated in the future to benefit those people who interested in Chinese art. This is the picture of a lady gifted by Kang and exhibited at the Drumright Ink Diplomacy Exhibition. In 1948, it was Chang Dai Chien, Pu Xinyu, and Kang in the Shilin Garden where Kang lived. The calligraphy on the left was written by Chang Dai Chien in 1980. When Chang Dai Chien was in Shanghai, Kang was 18 years old at that time and stayed in Shanghai with his uncle Zhang, who was also a painter. Zhang is a good friend with Chang Dai Chien's second elder brother, Chang Shanzi. Chang Dai Chien calls Kang an elder brother, although he is 12 years older than Kang. Therefore, the two became good friends when they were young. This calligraphy means that Kang's paintings of lady figures are better than those made by Chang Dai Chien. The last calligraphy was written by Ho-Nien, thanks to Ho-Nien's son for telling me 2 words with cursive writing. The poem with a pair of 7 words. Xian qiu ren wu dan qing bi. Mao shi yi han fan mao jian. It means Kang's works will last forever and will be recorded in art history, for he was a master of Chinese painting. Even though he has passed away, his painting and outstanding multi-talents will be remembered by all. Following the poem, Ho-Nien wrote that he went to San Diego in 2007 and met Kang and had a good and pleasant conversation. Unexpectedly, in the summer, Kang had already passed away. The family wanted to hold an exhibition of Mr. Kang's posthumous works at the National Museum of History, so Kang's daughter Xiao Yuan asked him to write one of the forewords. To sum up Kang's life, he was not only a prolific painter, had more than 5,000 works in his life, but also a versatile artist who makes his own 3D camera, classical dolls, plaster sculptures, and bonsai, etc. In his whole life, he believes to read 10,000 books and travel thousands of miles. He inherited the excellent traditions of the ancient Chinese, combined his own experience in studying Chinese and Western art, coupled with his own innovations, to form a versatile all-round painter. In the next issue, I will introduce Professor Ho-Nien, so stay tuned.